Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, setting the record straight about climate. I'm going to read a horrific story about the state of koalas after the fires. Koalas face extinction. Of the three families of koalas, the New South Wales, the Victorian, and the Queensland, the New South Wales family is nearest extinction. There are 600 of the Victorian race of koalas left. Bushfire horror. The number of New South Wales koalas is believed to be fewer than Victoria's 600. Their plight in the open bush may be guessed by the fact that Pittwater residents say that koalas there are almost extinct. Residents of Trunkie say the cries of koala victims of the bushfires are a never-to-be-forgotten horror. Let me read that again so it sinks in. Residents of Trunkie say the cries of koala victims of the bushfires are a never-to-be-forgotten horror. Well, that is just terrible. We've really messed up the climate, haven't we? Now, let's take a closer look at the article. It's dated August 19th, 1940. Koalas were very close to extinction in Australia in 1940, largely due to the 1939 bushfires, when CO2 was about 310 parts per million. January 10th, 1939 was the hottest day on record in Adelaide, Melbourne, and Canberra. Motorists in Victoria had to abandon their cars and flee to the beach to keep from being burned up. Burke had 37 consecutive days over 100 degrees from December 17, 1938 until January 22, 1939. The average maximum temperature at Burke from January 9th to January 16th was 116 degrees, and over the 37 days the average was 109 degrees. New South Wales was incredibly hot over a 2-week period. White Cliffs reached 124 degrees Fahrenheit, which was 1 degree less than the state record of 125 degrees set in Burke in 1909. The scenic drive from Healesville to Marysville was turned into a desolate ruin by the bushfires. People and birds were dropping dead in the record heat. Numerous bushfires were breaking out all over New South Wales, and trains were halted when the rail line buckled in the heat. And if all that isn't bad enough, the glaciers in Greenland were rapidly melting and facing the possibility of a catastrophic collapse. Now let's fast forward to the current fires. USA Today reports that up to 30% of the koalas in the region may have died, according to Australia's Environment Minister. And USA Today says, experts say the wildfires are climate change based. That's a very gut-wrenching claim from USA Today, only it isn't true. The volunteer firefighters in New South Wales say it has nothing to do with climate change and everything to do with fuel loads. Climate alarmists want you to sacrifice your freedom, your lifestyle, your money, your plane travel, your vacations, your food, and just about everything else you enjoy in life in order to take us back to the wonderful climate of 1939. These people have no understanding of science and no understanding of history, and they want to control your life. They are extremely dangerous. Everything they believe is evidence of climate change has happened many times in the past. Visit Toto on the web at RealClimateScience.com. He's been pulling back the curtain on junk science and propaganda for a long time.